Let's start with the Yankees and Michael Pineda. He's going to be out for the year now. He's going to have labrum surgery on his shoulder. Questions about how much the Mariners knew, what they knew. I mean, for crying out loud, Bernie, the Yankees traded Jesus for this guy.
Hey, well, let me tell you something. I really, that's very funny, Butch. I really don't think the Mariners knew there was a problem. I think they really love Pineda, but they needed hitting desperately, and that's what they got in Montero. But when you have a shoulder injury, as we have gone over on this show, Butch, it is problematic. It's much tougher to deal with than an elbow. Tommy John surgery has come a long way with elbow injuries. Now, labrum surgery, this will be done arthroscopically.
Right.
So that will be good, but he's still going to be out for the year. Now, here's my take on this. He gained a lot of weight, Butch, and when you have that much weight to move and all those body parts to move, that causes additional stress. He did not come to camp in good condition at all. I'll bet he put on, as I've read and you've read, probably many, many pounds, and it wasn't all muscle. That is, Bartolo Colon broke down, Bobby Jenks broke down. These are guys that carry a lot of weight, and it doesn't happen to everyone that's big. But in this case, I think Michael Pineda is going to have to take that year.
My first thought, Bernie, is exactly what you're saying, that I don't know the kid. I haven't, I'm not a Yankees fan, so I didn't cover it as much as everybody else did, but that he didn't take this seriously enough. I mean, first of all, going from Seattle to New York and going into that boilerplate that is Yankees baseball in the American League East is something that's going to have to be an adjustment anyway. But to come in 20 pounds heavier than you were last year, I mean, it really is the exception. The guys that can pitch with all that weight. It was Sid Fernandez years ago, maybe CC Sabathia to this day. But we've seen knee problems, even with a horse like CC Sabathia. I mean, for a kid at his age who really hasn't established himself as a major leaguer, to add all that weight coming in, I don't know if it was part of his shoulder problem. It's only speculation for you and I, but it certainly couldn't have helped.
Yeah, it didn't help. And there's a difference. CC has always been big boned, etc. Pineda, at one point, was not a big guy. I remember seeing him. He did not have that weight on him at all, not even last year's weight. So I do think it's part of the problem. And I think it's probably more than 20 pounds. I don't know that for sure, but I've seen the before and afters. And I watched Michael Pineda when he was a prospect. And this is a great kid, and it's a real shame. But he's going to be out for the year, and they have to move on. And they are not pitching deep to begin with. This was going to be their number 2 starter.